Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. The psychology of the crypto cycle is real. I assure you guys, the chart below shows psychology of the majority of retail traders, and this is you and I guys buying near the top and selling near the bottom. This coming from Mags here on Twitter, bringing up the Bitcoin chart, just showing us a fractal pattern here, a former bull run, and guys, we are right here on the chart. A lot of confidence has left the market right now, especially for retail traders. But all we have to do, it's simple. All we have to do is pay attention to who is buying what. And we've heard news BlackRock getting into Bitcoin, a lot of financial major institutions getting into cryptocurrencies as a whole, but most notably Bitcoin. So here is the psychology of a crypto cycle. And if you find yourself falling into this trap, step back, take a look, and make sure you are doing the right decision for you. Usually what happens here is panic buy. People panic buy up here thinking, oh my goodness, I got to get into this before it is too late. Of course, then we reach the all-time high and then the market does collapse. Then panic selling when people see their portfolio down 70, 80, 90%. People sell, crypto's a scam, yada, yada. The narrative changes. Lather, rinse, repeat. Guys, let's not fall for it. Let's accumulate now. This is partially why I've set up the Patreon. You guys can follow me, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm opening up my portfolio. I threw $10,000 in to show you guys what I'm trading this time around. And not only that, I'm also going to be opening up my XRP, my Bitcoin, my HBAR, and other coins that I accumulate along the way. So I'm opening up my portfolio to you guys, only $5 a month. And do keep in mind, if you do pay today, you will be charged $5 today and again on September the 1st. Bitcoin prices stayed relatively even keel right now. We're trading at about 26.1, so not too much off yesterday's price for Bitcoin over the last few days here. If I zoom in here, Bitcoin on the daily, if I zoom in here, you guys can see not a lot of momentum after that downturn. XRP, similar. XRP right now trading at about 51.1. So we did see a bit of an upturn after that huge wick down. But volume, guys, volume is still maintaining fairly low. The entire crypto market really isn't moving too much as of this time. Stock Money Lizards here bringing this up, okay? An optimistic point of view here. Retail user numbers are constantly rising. Soon even grandma will invest in Bitcoin via spot ETFs. No way we're revisiting $15,000 or $10,000 per coin. So I know there are some naysayers out there thinking Bitcoin's going to go down to 10, 12, 15, whatever it is. And guys, the data is just not showing that, okay? Back in November 2013, we were at 2 million users. By December 2017, 27 million users. The top near April 2021, 38 million users. Now we're at 48 million users. So we're seeing user activity on the Bitcoin blockchain increase. That only means more popularity. We know Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million coins. So what is that going to mean for price? Well, the head of Pantera is actually predicting that Bitcoin is going to go to 148,000 by the year 2025. So I'm assuming that this is what he thinks the top is going to be for Bitcoin. So Pantera Capital, a prominent US hedge fund with a focus on cryptos, unveiled its new blockchain-led report. In its report, their asset manager notably affirmed its optimistic outlook for Bitcoin price for 2024 and beyond, while also delving into the anticipated effects of the upcoming Bitcoin halving. So guys, the Bitcoin halving, we talked a little bit about that. That is coming in about 10 months, give or take. And generally what we see after the halving is Bitcoin price and other coins start moving up after that. Let me just bring this up. I do have the halving here. Bitcoin halvings, previous halvings here plotted on this particular Bitcoin chart. So the last halving was May of 2020. As you guys can see, after that, we saw that parabolic shift. The one before that was July 2016. And you guys can see that trend continuing, okay? After the halving, it isn't immediately after because you can see here, price did in fact go down in 2016. It did dip down before it started moving up. And even after the May 2020 halving, over here, we did see price kind of peter down right in and around here before we saw that blow off top. So they're saying $148,000. The next halving is expected to occur April 20th, 2024. Since most Bitcoin are now in circulation, each halving will be almost exactly half as big as the reduction in new supply. So we know how that halving works. If history were to repeat itself, the next halving could see Bitcoin rising to 35,000 before halving and then to 148,000 thereafter. And so that could take a few months. Nevertheless, that is where the prediction is. Now, something I found interesting about the halving prediction. Let me bring up the Bitcoin chart here, and I want to just show you guys what I've noticed here. The Bitcoin diminishing returns. We've seen that chart. I don't have it up here, but I want to remind you guys, Bitcoin has kind of done this over the years where, you've seen prices go like this, but eventually they kind of taper off. They don't just kind of keep going up and up and up like this. They taper off and they form this kind of curve where we don't actually see percentage-wise new all-time highs get higher than the former bull run. So let me clear that out of the way for you and pull the Fibonacci back on here. I wanted to show you guys this. The last bull run, we got up pretty high, but we didn't do a full Fibonacci. We got up to the 3.618. Okay, on 2 occasions here. So that was the last bull run. We were expecting it to go up to the 4.236, but we did not see Bitcoin go up to the 4.236. And so the bull run before that, where did we see Bitcoin? Well, it actually surpassed the 4.236, making new highs. But I mean, if you consider this part here, that is a full Fibonacci, 4.236. I'm sure there are other factors involved in this, but guys, we're already seeing it here. Laws of diminishing returns. So the $148,000 prediction for Bitcoin is not just pulled out of thin air. If I were to throw a Fibonacci now at the top of this bull run up here, and if I were to bring the chart down here, you guys can see if we were to only go to the 2.618 in this next bull run, Bitcoin could see a $156,000 Bitcoin. Let me bring this Fibonacci and pull it down just to this second, or rather to this first peak here. So giving you guys a sense of somewhere in the middle here, that would bring us to 144,000. Anywhere between 144 to 156, bam, there's your $148,000 Bitcoin. So I think they're trying to price this in. We got to remember when Bitcoin tops, sometimes in the past we've seen alt seasons, but in the last bull run, we did not see an alt season, and who knows by 2025 how much regulatory clarity we're going to see and how that's going to affect the market, guys. This is why I'm doing the Patreon. This is why I want you guys to follow my journey if you're interested in that kind of thing. The market is organic. Everything is changing. It's hard to predict targets today when 2025 could look very, very different moving down the line. So, I could say, yeah, XRP is going to this price today. Yeah, but so much could happen in the next 2 years. And we know the crypto market is changing very, very quickly. With regards to XRP, more development on the XRP ledger, Anthony Welfare here posting this impressive work from PeerSys. The MetaMask wallet is now connecting to EVM sidechains, guys, on the XRP ledger. He says, I started my blockchain journey with Ethereum and would love the fact we are bridging with the XRP ledger. So PeerSys Technology bringing up this update. I get closer every time while you wait for the release of the XRPL EVM sidechain. Don't miss all of the new improvements, and they just posted a little video here just demonstrating that. I think it's great news. More development, more interoperability is going to be key for more utility for XRP down the road. That high-valued XRP, 2, 3, 4 digits even. That coming with real-world utility. That coming with a decimation of the crap coins. We got to think market cap. Money's got to move into the coins that have value. But guys, this is far down the road. We are still in a spec market. But as you guys can see it here. We're on the path. The right path to that inevitable future. So wanted to thank Anthony Welfare for posting that. Also happened to see this from Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unbox. The Digital Euro Association has celebrated Ripple's membership with MasterCard. Just last week, we talked about that consortium that MasterCard was putting together for central bank digital currencies, and they included Ripple. If you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Well, the Digital Euro Association, they've spotlighted Ripple's recent alliance with MasterCard in a recent tweet. DEA, or the Digital Euro Association, not the Drugs Enforcement Agency, particularly expressed excitement seeing its member firms as pioneer partners for MasterCard's CBDC program. And guys, here's the tweet. Excited to announce DEA members. And so they mentioned a couple here, Fluency, CBDC, Ripple, as pioneers in MasterCard's CBDC partner program to enhance CBDC awareness and safe implementation. So, of course, Ripple, part of this organization, the Digital Euro Association, it would only make sense for them to congratulate them and acknowledge this on Twitter, propping each other up for ultimately achieving what they want as their end game, which is complete crypto adoption, and CBDCs are just one avenue for them to be doing that. So wanted to thank Wheezy just for mentioning that. A little bit of news there. Wrath of Kahneman, guys, posting this. A new proof of payment infrastructure, okay, Web3 payments infrastructure co-released an open source MPC wallet for the XRP ledger. Today, the company Proof of Payments is thrilled to announce the launch of an open source implementation of multi-party computation wallets, ingeniously integrated with the Shamir secret sharing, or the SSS, for the XRP ledger, guys. Another milestone here. This was one that was backed by the XRP ledger grants. MPC Wallets allows multiple parties now to collaboratively recompute private keys and digital signatures, enabling the facilitation of blockchain transactions without asset custody. By introducing an open source MPC wallet infrastructure for XRP, Proof is providing a free-to-use secure payment server that enables the creation of institutional-grade self-custody wallets. So that is interesting. Institutional-grade self-custody wallets. One of those things, and we're going to get to it in a second, that institutions really need to have. It's kind of one of their, we have to have this or we're not investing in crypto kind of things, is comprehensive and secure custody for crypto. Like, you have your money in the bank, it's insured. You can't be having, well, at least their theory is we can't be having us holding our own crypto on Ledger Nanos or whatever. That is for us, guys. That is for retail to keep your crypto safe. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I would even trust an organization holding my crypto. I like the fact that I have my own private keys. Well, this company is offering another solution on the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger is an open source decentralized blockchain, as we know, and the implementation by Proof will be released on GitHub under the Apache 2.0 license, an open source software license. Available libraries can be found here. And so, guys, I will link this in the description of the video if you are interested. Another XRPL ledger grants project getting up off the ground, integrating these crypto wallets on the XRP ledger. So, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. The Wrath of Kahneman also retweeted this. Another thing from Ripple. The Wrath of Kahneman also retweeted this. Another milestone for Ripple, okay, from their official Twitter account. Real-world asset tokenization represents a fundamental shift in finance. So they just put out this whole article, guys, on the tokenization revolution, August 24th, 2023. So it was just released yesterday, just published yesterday. And they talk about real-world assets like stocks, bonds, carbon credits, and more. So we're really kind of diversifying. They really kind of want to put out this idea that everything can be tokenized, okay? Building on the early wave of adoption in art and gaming. So they even mention, the arts here. The process of representing real-world assets such as financial instruments or real estate as digital assets on a blockchain is gaining momentum across a wide range of industries. And then they give an example here. The Boston Consulting Group predicts real-world asset tokenization will be a $16 trillion industry by the year 2030. And Bank of America has already reported that the tokenized gold market is now more than $1 billion. So their partner, Bank of America, is saying the gold market that is tokenized only, we're now seeing a $1 billion valuation for that. And of course, Ripple has a vested interest in promoting this at its core. Tokenization helps unlock liquidity from even the most illiquid asset classes. In particular, the new value report, respondents emphasize benefits of a 24/7, 365 market access, improved security and data protection, enhanced financial agility, and increased efficiency through tokenization. Additionally, tokenization can significantly reduce transaction costs, as well as intermediary costs like management fees and insurance. Digital assets are also much better suited for programmability and automation than traditional assets, and the underlying blockchain technology ensures full transparency and immutability of the ownership and exchange of tokenized assets. So really kind of hitting this point home here, guys. I will link this full thing in the description because I am going over. I'm skipping through some of it here. Even JP Morgan was mentioned down in here. These powerful advantages are why Bank of America labeled tokenization a key driver of digital asset adoption, and the reason why leading banks and enterprises are already embracing it. Even in late 2022, JP Morgan executed its first live trade using tokenized Japanese yen and Singapore dollar as part of the Monetary Authority of Singapore's pilot program. So everybody, guys, everybody is going to be jumping on board. Innovators are exploring the use of tokenization on the XRP ledger for real-world assets like NFTs and real estate. We heard about that recently from Hong Kong. And carbon credits, another project that we heard about on the XRP ledger. So this is just the beginning. $16 billion, I think they said $16 trillion. Yeah, a $16 trillion industry by 2030. Do you know how big this is going to get? And, This is why Ripple is trying so hard today to really grab the lion's share of the market, to really kind of make these partnerships, forge them, and work with them in order to drive XRP utility. More demand for XRP, guys, means higher prices. So this is a fascinating article, says Wrath of Kahneman here. Keen to mention the Bank of America opinions, even JP Morgan. Art and gaming was the early stage, he says here. CBDCs are a turning point, but why? So a few questions here from the Wrath of Kahneman. Raises an interesting question of why this now? Regular PR or priming the markets for further announcements? A good question. All these moves are calculated. So it does get you wondering things that make you go, So wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman again just for posting that. Now, we know tokenized assets are going to be important. We know tokens, crypto is going to be important. But remember what I was saying before about custody. Institutions will get into this once the custody game is at its peak.
Services seem to agree with our supposition that safe custody is a crucial ingredient in the expansion of the industry beyond cryptocurrencies. Why? Well, most obviously because cryptocurrencies are still being stolen regularly and on a large scale, which casts a blight not just on cryptocurrencies, but on the prospects of tokenization as a whole. Secondly, it is still not easy to move cryptocurrencies from one blockchain protocol to another. Again, that's something with the traditional infrastructure in the securities industry of custodian banks and central securities depositories existed to facilitate, if not always with complete success, particularly across national borders, but it is what it existed to do. Thirdly, and above all, there is now a near universal recognition that the future of the token industry lies with institutional money, and institutional money will not come at scale without adequate custody arrangements.
So you heard it here from this panel, institutional money will not come at scale unless they have adequate custody arrangements. And so custody, guys, this is why we're seeing the Coinbase pros come out, and this is why we're seeing all these banks now saying, okay, you can invest with us, you can be safe, we already have a brand, a name behind us. Custody your crypto with us. Backed is another example that came out in 2018, one of the first ones. So crypto custody, guys, this is what's going to be important for institutions, for the real money, that $10 trillion market cap, right? That Raoul Pal was talking about the other day. I did a video on that. I'll link it up here if you guys didn't catch that one. Anyway, wanted to thank Mr. Mann for posting that. So custodying crypto, this is something that us retail traders do not really think about a lot. We have our Ledger Nanos or something similar where we custody our crypto. But these institutional traders, guys, again, this is where the big money's going to come from. They're focusing on custody. Is it any surprise that Ripple did purchase Medico? Just another tie in there. And the tokenization revolution. Think of how much institutional flows will be going through blockchains like the XRPL, and think about why Ripple is promoting this, guys, a $148,000 Bitcoin by 2025. This kind of price will bring the rest of the market up with it at a $10 trillion market. Who knows how much the price of XRP will be in other altcoins? The sky is the limit. That's just my opinion, though, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.